silence we found our voice, two hearts beating in one choice.
My name is Elias. I'm 104 years old. I know. I don't look it. Or maybe I do. The years have written themselves into the lines on my face and the curve of my spine. Every wrinkle is a memory. Every scar is a song. And this stage, it's the strangest place I've ever stood. Because most of my life, I stood in silence. They say music can heal, that a song can reach the places where words fail. But what if your voice had to stay buried for nearly a century? What if the song that saved you was one you were never allowed to sing? I come from a time that feels like a distant storm now. When I was 17, soldiers came to my village in the middle of the night. They didn't knock. They didn't ask. They just took. My mother tried to shield me, but I was dragged from her arms like I was nothing more than furniture. That was the last time I saw her face. We were packed into the back of trucks like cattle, shoulder to shoulder, the air thick with fear and sweat and the stink of death. They called it relocation. They said we were being retrained. But when we arrived, the gates told the truth. It was a prison camp. It was winter when I entered. The ground was frozen solid, and I was wearing only thin shoes. Within weeks, even those were gone. They made us dig trenches with our bare hands. Our fingers would bleed and freeze, and then bleed again. You learned quickly not to cry, not because it wasn't painful, but because pain didn't matter there. Tears didn't bring mercy. They brought punishment. I remember one boy, maybe 12, who whispered a lullaby one night, just to himself. A song his mother used to sing. He didn't live to see morning, so I stayed silent. For years. But silence doesn't mean absence. My mind, my heart, they remembered. I kept the melody tucked deep inside me, a song I'd heard once long ago. My mother sang it when she hung clothes in the wind, when she stirred soup, when she tucked me into bed. It was soft. It was simple. But it was hers. And when everything else was taken, that song remained. My one last thread to her. To before. When the guards weren't looking, I'd hum the tune in my head. No words. Just rhythm. Just breath. I would tap it against my leg, against the walls of my cell. Just enough to remind myself I was still human. Still alive. Time passed like rust. We weren't told how long we'd be there. We weren't told anything. But every sunrise was another day survived. Every heartbeat was defiance. One day, I found an old piano in the corner of a forgotten supply shed. 3 keys worked. 3. But those 3 notes, they became my sanctuary. I would sneak in during shifts and tap them over and over again. It was barely music. But to me, it was hope. In that dark place, I started building a song. Just a few notes at a time. I didn't know it then, but I was writing something. Not for the world. For me. For the part of me that refused to die. Then came the march. They said we had to move. New camp. New labor. They didn't give us shoes. They didn't give us food. Just orders. Walk. 300 miles through snow. Through mud. Through silence. If you fell, they didn't stop. If you begged, they didn't listen. If you cried, they shot you. I watched friends fall beside me. Boys I'd shared soup with, cried with, prayed with. Their bodies were left on the road like forgotten bags of flour. My feet bled. My skin cracked. I lost 2 toes to frostbite on the 2nd day. But I kept walking. Why? Because of that song. That melody. It was there with every step. Like a drum inside my ribs. Like my mother whispering, "One more step, my boy. Just one more." Somehow I made it. I don't remember the end. I collapsed near a fence, maybe a border, maybe heaven. I woke up in a hospital. I weighed less than 100 pounds, my voice was gone. My spirit was dust. But the song was still inside me. The war ended. I was free. But nothing felt like freedom. I didn't speak for weeks. I didn't sing for years. I had no one to sing to. My home was rubble. My parents, gone. My country, different. I was a ghost in a world that had moved on. But life doesn't stop. Not even for the broken. I moved to a small village. I worked with my hands, carpentry mostly. I married a kind woman who never asked questions. We had a daughter. She looked just like my mother, same smile, same fierce eyes. When she turned 7, I taught her the song. I didn't call it a song. I said it was a little memory. She used to hum it in the kitchen, just like my mother had. And for a while, I thought maybe I could forget. Maybe I could just be. But memory is tricky. It lives in the cracks. And no matter how much time passes, the past whispers. Especially in the quiet. My daughter grew up, moved away, had children. I became a grandfather, then a widower, then a man sitting alone on a porch with shaking hands and 1,000 silent yesterdays. I never shared the song publicly. Never thought I would. Until now. Why now? Because at 104, there's not much I can do. I can't dance. I can't run. I can't hear too well. But I can feel. And I can remember. And if I don't share this song now, it will vanish with me. Along with the names of the boys who froze beside me. Along with my mother's voice. Along with every step I took on that endless road. This song isn't just mine. It belongs to every soul who didn't survive. Every heart that stopped beating in that cold silence. This stage may be glittering. The lights may be warm. But in my heart, I'm still standing barefoot in the snow. Still tapping 3 broken piano keys. Still humming a lullaby to the night. So tonight, for the first and last time, I will sing the song I wrote with my pain. The song I carried across 300 miles, the one I never let go of. Not to impress, not to compete, but to remember, to honor, to remind this world that music doesn't die, not even when everything else does.
We found our voice, 2 hearts beating in one choice. Together we rise, together we fall. Side by side we stand through it all. The world may not understand, but in the dark we'll take a stand. Through the pain and the endless fight, we'll find our way into the light. This is our our melody, a song we share, a journey of love, a life so rare. Through every